Welcome back. It's the second pubcast of the day. It is MLP Dota. Mr. John X Fire. John, as usual, how the hell do you feel?
I'm feeling great, Mike. I was just taking a look at the names in this game, and these are pretty fun names. So, uh,
Oh, one of
I'm
them
just
stood
gonna
out
have
to me.
fun reading these. Hmm?
One of them stood out to me, John. I've got to admit.
Which one?
Well, uh, I'll give you a clue. It's the Nyx Assassin. Uh, I mean, he's got the le part right, which is nice. I'm not sure if I should say that word, John, but it is pretty standard in the Australian language to say it. And you know what? Because it's the community replay cast, I'm going to say it.
Say it. Say it.
It feels,
What are you waiting for?
it feels so unprofessional. Anyway,
Oh,
well, yeah, so it's Le Cunt, which it's nice that I don't know if he did that on purpose. I don't know if the Nyx Assassin sent us the replay, John. I've got to admit, I have no idea because I'm too much of a moron to check who sent the replay. But nevertheless, they're going for some bounty runes. We'll see who can pull off what. We do also have the standard pudge in this replay, which it does appear that a lot of replays we're getting do have the pudge, which is always nice.
yeah. I mean, it is one of the most popular heroes in the game, so you're bound to see it more often than not in the pub.
Now, John, I'd hate to deviate from, talking about Pudge, but I'd like to point you towards our Timbersaw on the dire end. Dumb Bulbasaur, he went for an interesting skill build, which I highly disagree with, as a Timbersaw player myself. How do you feel about the chains being leveled at level 1?
I honestly think it's fine here. He's not going to survive just with reactive armor. If he is caught out, there are no hard stuns. Yeah, there are no hard stuns right now, so he could probably just chain away. Worst comes to worst. So he is okay with that. And level 2, he's going to get reactive anyway. So I feel like level 1 in this lane, Timber Chain, is okay.
You know, you make a fair point as well, because there's so much magic damage that's going to come out. You do have a fair point. Like, the reactive armor's not going to do anything in this lane, which makes you wonder why he chose Timbersaw in the first place. But Dumb Bulbasaur is going to cop a lot of damage. Actually chains back, and King is going to continue this harassment. Now, he's going to be careful not to give his life away. He's getting very low. Oh, nice chains away. Dumb Bulbasaur actually abusing the chains pure damage, and will find that kill with that 100 damage that comes out from the chains, John. And I mean, with that, he just salves up and he gets ahead of the game.
Yeah, it's a good start for the Timbersaw. He is being zoned out a bit hard now. I mean, he'd probably want his level 2 before going this ham again. He's cocking a bit too much damage from the creeps as well, but looks like he should be able to get another kill.
Well, I didn't catch that one, but he did. Dumb Bulbasaur gonna cop the rocket, but he is within safety, although the Leshrac, nice stun, the lightning as well. He'll find the return kill. Almost goes down for it as well, mind you, but it does appear this is a position 5 Leshrac, so he won't care too much about dying. A nice little start for him, although ultimately Bulbasaur's having a much better time, right? Like 2 kills already. Yeah, you're not finding the farm. Yeah, you're not finding the levels, but he's level 2 now. He's got 650 gold. He's finding the bounties as well. So ultimately, although he's not slowing down the farm of the Gyrocopter, he's still managing to get the farm that he needs to really be have some sort of impact throughout the game.
Yeah, definitely so. He should be able to get at least his brown boots now, and if it keeps up, he should get decent item timings on his Timbersaw.
Yeah. Well, we'll move to the mid lane. We do have Kill on the Lina up against the Queen of Pain, Kim. Well, Kim's having not the greatest time in the world. He is in fact keeping up with the last hits, but he had to use a salve very early on. He is getting rather low on regen. Of course, Kill does have the double mango as well. And actually, top lane looks like they will find Lacan on the Nyx Assassin. Kaka will actually find that one. And look at Dumb Bulbasaur. He'll throw out the question mark immediately. Already showing LeCunt that he's actually the better player on the Timbersaw. But, you know, sometimes when you throw out these question marks, they can work against you. In the sense that, you you might jinx yourself. And, well, you know, it might get thrown back out against you if you die.
Yeah, definitely so. You're always asking for a spot of trouble when you start, you know, BMing this early on in the game. And you might have to measure your words as the game goes on.
You have a question mark to anyone, John?
No.
Really?
I'm a very positive player, Mike. Except to myself. I mean, I keep it all to myself. I bottle it up like my childhood. You know, I just repress the memories like everything else I've repressed so far. Works out well.
Oh, good. Well, LeCunt top lane is going to be quite repressed himself. Top lane, they will throw out the spin as well. Kaka's not going to give up on this one. And actually, he goes back a bit, but now he does find the kill. Stun will miss from Marga. And, well, they're going to continue with the lightning storms, but it's not going to matter. He will get away, but unfortunately for them, the Dark Willow will not get away. A nice rotation from King and Kim to find that kill on the position 5, I believe? No, position 4 Dark Willow. In fact, is it a position 4 Dark Willow? I honestly don't know at this point.
It should be. It should be. I think Dark Willow would work a bit better with farm compared to Venge. Venge doesn't really take much as a support. So the farm priority should be in the Dark Willow, I feel.
Yeah, it feels like for Venge, it's just like, just be there with the aura. Maybe throw out a stun and a swap. And just, you know, keep your mouth shut as the Vengeful Spirit. That's how I go about my games on position 5s, John. And we'll see if the Venge does do so as well. I move back to the bot lane where Pina is basically free farming, but he hasn't really been able to keep up at the top of the last hits board. Mid lane, though, there will be a gank onto Kill. And actually, top lane, LeCunt dies again. And Kill, he'll be the next target. He goes as well. So it's now 3-5 on both ends. And, well, things are looking slightly better for the Dire, but losing that core Lina early on, again, not going to be good news. Dumb Bulbasaur having a tough time as well with that Rocket Barrage. All that magic damage going his way. Looks like Dieback will come back. Well, the VS going to try and deal some damage. Pina actually moving back in with the Rocket Barrage, but he's going to be careful about this. There is Mangoes available on the Venge for the stun. He doesn't even, in fact, he does commit one and will find the kill. And I mean, that's a really easy mistake to make when you assume the VS won't have enough mana. And she obviously just commits the Mango. And, well, there's Pina complaining about the fact that he has no supports. John, do you agree with his assessment of the situation?
I'd say not really. He knows his supports are gone because obviously he sees it. That basically means he shouldn't play that aggressive. He is maintaining a level advantage. I think right now, key thing for him as a gyro is really just to focus on his farm. Try to get a decent timing on whatever he's working for. Maybe the Mask of Madness, maybe drums into Ags. I'm not sure, but should really just focus on his farm. Although now he could cry for his supports.
Yeah, Pina is in massive trouble. Here comes Marga to try and help out. He might be able to find a return kill, and he will onto Dumb Bulbasaur. Nice hook as well onto the VS, coming in from King. And maybe they'll be able to find the Dark Willow. I highly doubt it, considering the hook is not available. I would maybe argue it was worth it for the side of the Radiant, considering they got 2 for 1. Although you really don't want to lose your Gyrocopter like that again.
I'll honestly say I feel like it was worth it. Leshrac as a support does need some farm. That gave him a decent amount of gold. Gyrocopter is not doing so hot. I'd say his skill build is frustrating to see. Going for Rocket Barrage and Homing Missile. Not a single level in Flak.
Yeah, Flak's a good ability.
It really is, especially as Gyro, because for the most part, most Gyros do go for an early Mask of Madness. You do want to clear out camps fast. It's like a discount Medusa in a sense. You want some stacks up and then catch up with some farm, but he won't be able to do that with no Flak.
Well, they're going on to Bulbasaur again. He does get hooked in. There is the Cursed Crown coming in, so King of Pain is in a lot of trouble, but there's a Sonic Wave. They will take out one. King is still alive. He will end up dropping. Can they find the Dark Willow? I think they just can. Kim will blink in with the Sonic, and we'll find it. In fact, it was the Scream. But still, good news for the side of the Radiant. But the bad news is Pina goes down to kill. Nice rotation from the Lina. And it will be a 7-11 for the game so far, which is my favorite service station, John. I do enjoy getting some refreshing drinks and sausage rolls in Australia. But ultimately, it probably isn't the favor of the Radiant right now, considering they're behind by 4 kills.
Yeah, definitely not. So, I know. I do enjoy some onigiri from 7-Eleven. It's actually really decent considering that it's convenience store food, but
Onigiri?
they have pretty rice balls, Mike. Japanese rice balls, balls made of rice.
Something
Have you not had them? Mike?
John, I've had them in Japan. I've got to say, John, I'm not the biggest fan of balls in my mouth, John, but I'm sure you'd enjoy it.
You know I would, Mike, and yeah, that's just because I'm a very accepting person to new experiences. Not like you, stuck in your old ways, your backwater Australian ways, which it's fair is fair. It's your life, Mike.
Thank you very much for
Listen
that,
out.
John. Well, I guess the Leshrac was also missing out considering he's disconnected, but he will be back. By the way, Libny disagrees. He doesn't like 7-Eleven himself in the chat. We respect that decision as well. Kill gets hooked in mid lane. King. There's no follow-up, and now there is. Here comes Kim on the Queen of Pain. Can they find Kill? It looks like they will be able to with the Shadow Strike, although there's the Urn coming in from the Dark Willow last minute, and it might just keep him alive. Now they'll turn around. Kim is in big trouble, and in fact, this Lina still looks like she's about to drop, but she gets into the fountain just in time before that last tick of damage. And Kim's got to be wondering what the hell happened. That should have been a surefire kill. But looks like this Lina will be able to get away safely. And that is very good news for the side of the Dire. Not so much for the side of the Radiant, but they'll continue. Top lane as well. We haven't talked about this man yet, but Kaka on the Juggernaut seems to be having a fairly good time. Top of the net worth, pretty much been free farming. And as it stands, he's not even going for a Battle Fury. He's going straight into a Sanjin Yasha, which is very interesting. He does have the Battle Fury queued up after the Sanjin Yasha, John, but I don't think that's the order you should be going in if you're the Juggernaut.
It's a rather interesting build order, to say the least. I'd say it does look like he's going for the Battle Fury first, so it makes sense. It's a bit of a it's a bit of a role switch up for Kaka, isn't it? Seeing him on the Jug.
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
yeah, he's doing all right here.
I mean, generally we talk about how great his Earth Spirit is. Stealing Aegis's, making Toby-1 lose his voice. Looks like the Quap bot lane. Kim gonna be in trouble. Dumb is chasing. Queen of Pain does not have the blink, so she's looking pretty dumb herself. And now they're gonna turn around. Bulbasaur backing off. Dieback going after it. Marja keeping them prolonged long enough, and Kim will back off safely. Meanwhile, the Dark Willow. He has a rocket chasing him at the moment, and he will cop it. But luckily for him, he does have the Shadow Realm, so he won't cop any damage. And will get away successfully. And John, we still sit at 7-11, which is kind of nice. I'm wondering who's really in front here.
I'd say it's definitely the Dire side. They are getting much more. Juggernaut's free farming. Timbersaw is finding enough in his lane. Lena's caught up, and now they're making really aggressive smoke here, which I do like to see.
Yeah, they start off with Kill, who probably shouldn't have started, but then the Cursed Crown comes in. Pina in massive trouble right now. He does not have the cooldown. In fact, he already committed it. They will find one kill. Now Marga will get taken down, but as well as that, the Lina drop. Now King of Pain doing so much work. He'll get the kill as well and walk out of here successfully. Oh, the whole King of Pain!
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, King of Pain. And he deserves to throw that question mark out, John. I mean, when you pull off a play like that, you have to. You have a responsibility to question mark the opposing team.
Yeah, it's rather... It looked good for the Dire side for a while, but they did cop a lot of magic damage coming out from the Radiant. I feel like they definitely need to pipe up and running fast. Timbersaw should be focusing on farming that. He is going for the Hood of Defiance first. Whether or not he finishes that pipe is another question.
Well, we did see John Kim goes down in the mid lane. That's a massive kill for the side of the Dire, keeping that Queen of Pain down. She actually hasn't gotten any real main items. She's gone for the double null talismans. And now, well, Marga mid lane. Gonna be in trouble as well. Kill does not have the Laguna. Nice hook comes out from King. We'll get him to safety. Bot lane. Looks like they might jump onto this Dark Willow, although it is not an easy kill while Dumb Bulbasaur's there. And Pina, he's been having a rough game, John. I don't think he can afford to go for this kill. I hear a fresh meat thing going on. It was onto Kaka. But Kaka is perfectly fine. In fact, he has the Omni Slash available. He could go for this. And he will not do so. He will ask to get back. Dumb Bulbasaur. Also, about to be ganked up, it looks like. LeCunt is there. They will start with the Shadow Strike and Rocket. Now the cooldown as well. It's a lot of magic damage, and they'll get him with the Sonic Wave. A nice pickup for them. And, well, Mr. Bulbasaur, we talked about how that question mark can work against you. And it seems like it has. He's 355. Not the greatest track record for a Timbersaur. And, well, he's falling quite behind.
He definitely is. He's working onto his Hood of Defiance, which should help him out considerably. Still a lot of magic damage. It's still going to eat through him quite fast.
Yeah. Absolutely is. So there will be a smoke at the top lane. Kaka and Buyback are going to rotate, but where are they going is the question. Dumb Bulbasaur, bot lane, meanwhile, again is going to cop another rocket. And this is one of those frustrating things with that homing missile is you can just keep spamming that and there's nothing you can really do about it. It looks like the rotation was to the mid lane, by the way, from the top, but they can't find anybody. Now LeCunt's there as well. Nice swap onto Marga, but can they burst him down fast enough? It looks like they can, and LeCunt doesn't even bother. In fact, now he does. He'll go after the VS. They will get him with the Scream. And that'll be the end of that. Kim will walk out of there. He doesn't want to risk dying again. He's just trying to get that damn Veil up, and he's so close as well. He needs 70 gold, in fact 80 gold. On that Quap before he can pick that Veil up and really make some, you know, waves with this hero. And they will back off for the time being. In fact, speaking of backing off, John, Pina is forced to back off again. He does pick up the drums, but still, it's not great news for this Gyrocopter. He's not been able to farm up effectively.
Yeah, he definitely hasn't been able to farm much at all. He is very far behind the Juggernaut, lagging behind even the Quap, who is also not having a good time with farm. It's not where you want your Gyrocopter to be. You know, Gyrocopter is very much lane dominating hero as a core. He can pretty much zone out nearly any off laner there is. They just haven't been able to do that too well against the Timbersaw, which is a shame.
Well, they will find the VS top lane. Nice little pickup from them. Now Kaka goes in with the Dark Willow behind him, but I'm not sure about this one. They'll get the Cursed Crown, but they will not commit any further. Although he did have the Omni Slash, it was never going to really find a kill, it felt like. It is probably the smart decision for him to just back off and keep farming. Especially considering that Kaka is the top of the net worth. Again, bot lane, John. The hook does connect onto Dumb Bulbasaur as well. And he will end up dropping. Now, I've got to say, I'm not sure if King of Pain is the one that actually gave us the replay, but my god, this man can hook, well, like a hooker. He's fantastic, John.
I'm pretty sure hookers don't hook anyone, Mike, unless that's what you're paying them for.
I wouldn't know anything about it, John.
I wouldn't know.
You were going to say before those comments were made, John.
The question marks are really something else. I'd have to say a lot of question marks in this game. Makes me think this is Southeast Asian. I think with the way the names are as well, it could be, but I'm not 100% certain that it's a Southeast Asian game. Well, I'd like to believe.
Fair enough. I'd like to understand why that even matters, John.
I don't know, Mike.
Oh, good.
The question marks are just, you know, it's very much a Southeast Asian thing. I just feel that kind of BM.
Well, look at this on top lane. Kim, beautiful Sonic Wave. They will get two. Now the Cursed Crown coming in onto the Nyx Assassin. They will not continue the chase, though, because they've lost two heroes in that team fight. That is really, really bad news. Again, for the side of the Dire, it's 17 to 16 now. Although Kaka remains at the top of the net worth. He's going to really carry his team through this, it feels. And well, he's got that Battle Fury up at... And we didn't really catch the timing, but I believe it was relatively good at 16 minutes in. And with that, this farm's going to really start to escalate. Speaking of
definitely so.
Look at King, though, John. Top lane, look at that positioning. The hook, it will connect again. The Shadow Realm is there, the Bedlam as well, but they can't find the kill, and in fact, now they will. A beautiful kill onto the Dark Willow, and there's another question mark, but he should not be saying it, John. That is not the correct way to use the question mark. Bot lane, Bulbasaur. Going to be chased down. Veil of Discord is there, so that Hood of Defiance not going to help out that much anymore. Marga, he will get the stun off as well. Bulbasaur still blocking a lot of magic damage though. Now the Dismember from King of Pain. They will get the VS in the backlines. Can they connect the hook onto Dumb Bulbasaur? Not quite yet. Spin comes in from Kaka to try and help out, and the rotations are coming into the bot lane. And Kaka going to continue the chase. He has the level 2 Omni Slash up and ready to go. They will be able to stun up the Dark Willow. Can they take her down though? Yes, they can. Now they want to go again onto Dumb Bulbasaur, but the Omni comes in. King of Pain's gone. Now Pina comes in to try and help out, but Kaka is hitting pretty hard right now, and he's not easy to kill. Spin's gone off, but here comes Kill. Where are all these heroes coming from? Kill will back off again. The Scream comes in. Dumb Bulbasaur, now the stun swap as well. Queen of Pain so confused. Oh, the call down and the stun onto the Nyx Assassin. Dumb Bulbasaur, massive trouble. The double kill is there onto Pina. And John Lacan really making the plays with that Nyx Assassin right there.
Definitely is. He has a pretty decent blink timing as well, considering how bad that offlane was going for him. So he is definitely able to do a lot more now as that Nyx Assassin with that blink up. And, you know, it's just very satisfying to see a Nyx do well. It's always fun to see that, Mike. I am a fan of this little cockroach hero. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, good. I mean, it's, you know... Is it really a cockroach, John? I don't think it is.
A lot of people call him the cockroach.
I mean, he acts like one.
Well, what else is it, Mike? I mean, what is it if not a cockroach?
What is any hero in this game?
Definitely not something you'd find in Australia.
No, absolutely not. Lacan, bot lane, in a lot of trouble right now. He will get bursted down and... Well, they didn't even need Bug Spray for that one, John. The cockroach does end up getting squashed, and Dumb Bulbasaur pretty much done most of the job. They're going to be very happy with that one. Looks like top lane, King of Pain. He is in position to try and find Kaka, but Kaka appears to have some decent game sense. He does back off, and he is going to continue farming safely until he has that Sanjin Yasha up. And I mean, once that Sanjin Yasha's up, generally speaking, you can deal quite a lot of damage and actually get involved in these team fights.
Yeah, definitely. It's a really nice pickup on Jug if you pick it up fast, and it looks like he is set for a fairly good timing on it. You can also disassemble it, turn the Yasha into a Manta style. I don't think you'd want to have an Excalibur in this game, but that option's there as well. You'd probably just sell the Sanj if you go for the disassembly.
No, absolutely right. There was a bit of a concerning ulti coming out from the Dark Willow, but nevertheless, we won't talk about that. It looks like both tier 1s go down. In fact, no, it was the top bot one that goes down. Kill, though, going to be in trouble. King of Pain, for some reason, calling GG, well played. Kim, going to be in massive trouble, goes down. Laguna Blade was committed for that, and the hook comes in from King. It's a 2-for-1 so far. Now the Dismember comes in. King again finds another kill. Can they find Dumb Bulbasaur, though? There's no blink available. Oh, the hook, John. How does he do it? King, he finds another one. Dumb Bulbasaur. He tried to TP out of that one, but he couldn't do it, and now he's going to go down. And the double question mark comes out. King of Pain. John, I've got to admit, I wish you were this good on Pudge. I hope you're watching this replay carefully, John.
I am watching it, Mike. I have to say, you know, you're overblowing it a bit, Mike. Timbersaw was TPing in Vision of the Creeps. Nothing was blocking him for that hook.
I believe he was behind the trees, John.
No, the creeps were attacking him. You fool! So this is why the Michael Phoenix core is a bit terrifying. It doesn't notice creep aggro.
So what you're telling me is King of Pain got that hook while the enemy was surrounded by creeps. And look at this, John! He finds another one! Kaka! Gets hooked in from Apps. How the hell did he even get that hook? Now the stun comes in. King of Pain. No Dismember available. Now the Omni comes in. Kaka, he's in trouble. The hook does not connect. My goodness. Now kill comes in. Wants to find some kind of return measure. They will go for the Queen of Pain. The stun is there. Now the Cursed Crown as well. They blow her up. Stun from Leshrac was way too late. Kaka, though, he's making the chase. He does have the spin available, but can he keep up with the Leshrac? There's the Yules coming out from kill. They'll find that as well. It's a 2 for nothing. King, can he find a return? They actually get the gyro, but he hooks him out. Oh, the BKB, though, was committed before, so that is really bad news for Pina right now. The Shrine is committed as well. Oh my. 23 minutes in, we have 49 kills, John. It doesn't get much more exciting than this. And the tier 2 mid tower is going to go down, it looks like.
Yeah, it should be a fairly simple push out. Although that's probably as far as they can go.
I've got to tell you, John, when these hooks are being thrown out, even I'm flinching. My butt cheeks are clenching.
That was a really good hook on the Ancients. Like, there was no vision. I don't even know how he knew the Jug was up there. Maybe from seeing lane creeps, Jug was pushing mid down a bit. After that wave, he did see him just for a while going towards those Ancients, so he figured he'd go for it, which is pretty good game sense, I suppose. That was a pretty nice hook.
Yeah. Dark Willow does dodge the hook, but here comes Lacan. They get the Dismember, they get the Vendetta and the stun, and the Mana Drain finishes it off. A nice pickup from the side of the Radiant. Now Kim, the Yules actually cancelled by the chains. Bit of a strange mechanic we just saw. But nevertheless, he will continue. Tier 1 bot tower. Gonna be in trouble. To Marga. We'll be able to take this out with that Diabolical Edict. King, oh, Dismember was cancelled off. The stun was already in the air. They will be able to get out successfully after taking that tier 1. Nice Yules though, onto Lacan. He is in massive trouble, and it looks like he gets a Spike Carapace off. The hook was, I mean, it was as good as you were going to get to try and save your teammate, but, you know, even King of Pain says, nah, you know, it probably wasn't going to happen. He does back off again. And actually, Kaka, we missed that one, but a double kill from him. He used the Omnislash for that. Now the Dark Willow keeps going. Pina's in trouble. The Bedlam was committed, but there's the BKB. And, you know, as a Gyro, it was a very early BKB pickup, but you don't want to be wasting it this quickly. For pretty much no kills, and more so to just escape.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that with your BKB. Unfortunately, he does have to. I think the biggest waste was the 10-second one where he popped it before getting hooked, so it really didn't do much for him. In this case, it does make sense. He did manage to dodge the Dark Willow nuke and the Bedlam, so he did pretty alright there. But yeah, he's starting to tick down on those BKBs, and once it's down to 5, he's going to have a hard time really just dishing out the damage he wants to.
No, absolutely right. It's like Dark Willow just going to rotate around to the top lane. Side of the Radiant. They're sticking as 4 right now. In fact, they're sticking as 5. Things are looking rather dangerous for the side of the Radiant as it stands. But it's also rather dangerous for the Dire. Like, I feel like both teams kind of have to stick together right now. Except for maybe Kaka, who has to farm, as well as Pina, who is sticking with his team. And I think this might be a mistake. They do have the cooldown, they have the Flak Cannon, but is this really a team fight you want to take? We're about to find out. Kaka is in the mid lane, he continues to farm. And, oh, Pina, where the hell's he? He's farming the jungle, so he's getting the job done, but... I mean, his net worth is so far below John. He's 5k behind the Jug. It's not good news for this Gyro. It's not what he needs to do.
Yeah, definitely so. And it doesn't help that there are no stacks available for him to farm, so even if you want to play catch-up, it would take a while because it's just been way too active. The sports haven't been able to find time to really go into the jungle and just get something done for the Gyro.
Yeah, it is a question of why they haven't stacked, like you mentioned, but... Well, the Roshan... Oh, the hook! How does that even connect? King He'll find it. Now the Terrorize comes in to save Kaka. Now the Omni as well. He wants to take him down with him. It looks like he might get King, I should say, but the Blade Mail was there. Kim, he'll find the kill, and Pina, in fact, will get that one for himself. Looks like the Dark Willow gets hooked as well, and Pina gets it with the flak cannon. Oh my. I mean, there was no need to throw the Omni Slash. He probably was spamming it prior to, you know, getting saved by that Terrorize, but he had a second to, you know, get ready for it. A very questionable play by Kaka on that Jug. It is a 2 for 2, however, and the Roshan still stands.
Yeah, it's... I guess overall a better trade for the Radiant. They do get a bit more because the Juggernaut's just that much higher net worth, so the gold they gain is much more significant in that sense. It does boost up the Gyrocopter a fair bit as well. I'm still having issue with the Gyrocopter's farm. It's really not impressive. It's a bit too slow. As a Gyro, you want to be online faster.
Well, they'll get the Roshan, John. Kill will pick that up for himself. Now Marga, massive trouble. He'll go down. LeCunt shows himself. Misses stun. Now the Sonic Wave actually only connects on one as well. Can they actually find anyone here? The call down is there. Nice hook comes in from King. They will get Bulbasaur. Terrorize comes in, but it's too late. They might be able to find LeCunt, and they will in the back lines. And now here comes Kaka. He doesn't have the Omni Slash yet, but they're continuing the chase. The drums, though, was committed by the Gyrocopter. Meanwhile, King of Pain still going through all this. He's trying to take down the Dark Willow, and it looks like he might just be able to. In fact, he does, but in the backlines, Kill comes in. Now Kaka as well. They're going to be able to find the Pudge, and King of Pain goes down. GG's called, actually, but we know very well there's heaps of time to go for this game. And King of Pain calls them trash, John. Now, that is not very nice.
Honestly, King of Pain's had a couple of good hooks, but his attitude's really not something I condone. It's something I'd probably... If I met this fella in real life and he acted like this, well, I'd have fun. He wouldn't, to put it simply.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's... I mean, this is a pub game. I guess everyone does this. It's just not my kind of game to play. I'd probably just mute everyone at this point. Every single person here.
Well, Pina gets hooked in, John, but no stun was there. Now the Omni comes in, and it looks like Kaka, he will actually find the kill. No unlucky bounces for him. The healing ward has been placed. Kill, meanwhile, lost his Aegis, but he won't mind. They can take this tier 3 tower, and maybe even a Rax. They're trying to delay this as long as possible. Marga being very annoying. The Laguna Blade, Yules will save him in time. And now, can they get more? The answer is well, they really should. The Gyro is down for 45 seconds. But they will not. LeCunt actually finds the stun. There was a bit of an overextension from Kill. Terrorize not coming out quite yet. Now LeCunt still doing okay, but will not be able to follow up. And actually, they will be able to find the kill with the Dark Willow. He'll give up his life for this. But it's probably well worth it for saving Kill. But here comes Kaka. He decides to come back in with the double damage rune. And he's dealing a hell of a lot of damage onto King of Pain. He will find Marga instead of King. Will he go for a Rax though? The hook. Oh, he connects it again under the tier 4 towers. And that is really unfortunate for Kaka. But again, King of Pain making it happen for his team. Now Kill. He'll be the next target. It looks like the Queen of Pain going for this. The hook barely doesn't get him. Kill. Where's the Dismember going? He's only dismembering creeps as it stands, but Kill denies himself with the Bloodstone. And John, 32 to 36. 7k net worth going to the way of the Dire. I'm of the thought, John, that they should have got a Rax there. Now they didn't. Am I wrong?
No, I'd agree with you in that. It's definitely... It was very possible for them to take Rax here. I think it came down to really the fact that a few of them pulled out, and it just didn't commit fully to that push, which is rather unfortunate. I feel like they definitely could have taken that set of Rax at the very least.
Ooh, big mistake coming in mid lane. Dark Willow will end up going down. Nice stun coming out from LeCunt. Now, the VS, what's he going to do about this? King of Pain is very, very tanky. He's got 19 strength stolen. He's actually going to maybe go for a hook here onto the VS, but in fact, he will buy back. That Timbersaw looking a bit too scary, and they will, in fact, deny the mid lane tower. Meanwhile, top lane, we see Pina. He got very low on that gyrocopter. He does have a Manta style up now, mind you, so he's doing a decent job of the farming game. In fact, he's closed the gap quite a lot on the jug. But as it stands, he doesn't look amazing yet.
Yeah, definitely not. He still needs a couple more items to really be online. He's working on that Aghanims, which is a fairly nice buy. Kind of like a... On Gyro, at the very least, it's like a Moon Shard with stats, it ends up being, almost. So, it's a nice item. I feel like he needs Lifesteal to really maximize that flak. To maximize that Aghanims pickup, he's gonna need Lifesteal.
Yeah.
Something, maybe a Mom into Satanic Butterfly. He needs something like that, definitely.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I know you personally aren't a big fan of the Aghanim Scepter, John. In fact, last night you were complaining about one of your teammates buying an Aghanim Scepter on a gyro.
I think it's a fine item. My issue is when you go for it immediately, like a Mask of Madness rush into a Aghanim. I think that's a bit questionable, depending on how the game goes. And well, my game didn't go too well, but that's a different story.
No, it did not. I could tell because you were pretty upset, John. But nevertheless, looks like Pina wants to bring back maybe a couple memories for you.
I think at the Ags at this point is really alright. As I mentioned, it's like a Hyperstone or a Moon Shard with stats. It's a decent item at this point.
Absolutely fair enough. Sonic Wave coming out. That is the Aghanim Scepter Sonic Wave. So it is worth throwing it out now. Double stun comes in from LeCunt, but the swap is there. Can they take him down? It looks like they will. And now Kim actually going to be in trouble. Dumb Bulbasaur jumps in. The Terrorize comes out to save Dumb Bulbasaur, though. Nice by Carrot. In fact, Lotus Orb it was. Dumb Bulbasaur still surviving through all this, and Queen of Pain has to back out of there. While all this is going on, Marga's actually disconnected on the Leshrac. And again, Dumb Bulbasaur going to walk in with full HP. Can he deal enough damage though? Nice stun comes out from Kill. Now the Laguna as well. Pina's in massive trouble and he will end up dropping, but they'll find returns thanks to Kim. He's going to even keep going after Kaka. They'll get the tier 3 tower and just back off successfully. Will they be able to find anyone though? The VS is very low. Kaka turns around. Omni Slash is there. And Marga so low. He'll go down thanks to the VS. Now King of Pain also goes down. Kaka's too big for them right now. And he can even turn around and go for this Rax. But he won't do so, it looks like. Though he does have the Healing Ward. So he will turn around for this. How the hell do you even deal with Kaka? He's just so far ahead. They are going to try. Reconnection from Leshrac as well. He's going to be wondering why he's dead right now. Probably not going to be too happy about this. Kaka going after Kim. Doesn't have any way to stun him up. Now LeCunt going back in. There's the buyback from Marga. He needs to help out. And VS, nice swap. Although he tries to save himself. King of Pain finds that very amusing because now Kaka might die for this. He gets stunned up. The stun from the Leshrac as well. And now the buyback from the Leshrac was worth it. And Kaka buys back and...
That was such a classic pub bench play. Swap to save yourself, but it doesn't even save him. He still dies. It's
perhaps a few memories being sparked in this game, John.
Just a few. It's happened a couple of times, and the sad part is those weren't randoms that did it to me.
Oh, just wipe those tears away, John. Everything's gonna be alright.
Dota 2 is a game, Mike.
Oh, it's a lovely game at that. Kaka, we look back, he's doing fairly well still. But Queen of Pain, the Kim, has somewhat caught up. He is going for a Lincoln Sphere himself soon. That will help a lot against the Laguna Blade, the stuns that are coming out to kill off this Queen of Pain. So I do like this item pickup from Kim. Looks like Kill has been struggling quite a bit with that Bloodstone. I mean, he hasn't got many charges. He's only got 9. That's definitely bad news when you pick up a Bloodstone for any hero. You obviously want it to be over the stock amount when you bought it. But nevertheless, they'll move back down to that bot lane. even though Kaka isn't with them right now. And it appears they'll try to push this lane in a bit. But I don't know about this. I mean, Dieback is kind of risking his life here for no reason. He will place a ward, but he might get spotted out. In fact, they will let him go. Looks like Kill also rotated to the top lane. So, I mean, the team is very split right now on what they're doing. Especially considering Kaka doesn't actually have a buyback available now. So, perhaps they feel that there's no need to really push because they might sacrifice their lives and throw the game away. And John, if I could just direct your attention for a moment.
I see it.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why Jug has a Divine Rapier queued up, Mike. I mean... I don't know. I mean, there's so many more items he could itemize with it. He could go for the Basher, he could go for the Abyssal. Hell, he could even go for the Agnes, I wouldn't be mad. But... the Divine... they're playing against a Gyrocopter, Mike. If that Divine falls, you're not gonna get it back.
Well... I mean, we've seen this before, haven't we, John? This is very strange itemization, especially considering Kaka could go for so much more right now that would pretty much do almost the same thing as a Divine would without the risk. This is extremely questionable. He's also left himself with no buyback gold, even though he doesn't have buyback, but... oh, he's going for the Roshan. King of Pain is scouting. Looks like they will find VS, but she is Glimmer caped up. Now LeCunt will find him. They will take her down. Still, it appears they're unaware of the Roshan being taken. And well, now they'll know. Kaka trying to decide what item to throw out. He will get rid of the wand. The fight is still going on. It looks like they are going after Kill. Kim getting very low. Will back off as well. Cooldown is nice, but Marga has actually got the Dark Willow. Now Bulbasaur in the back lines. The BKB was already committed by Pina. Now the Omni as well. They'll get Marga on the Leshrac. The Black Cat is doing a decent job, but everyone on the Radiant is getting very low. They will get King of Death. In fact, the Yules cancels off the TP. So that's a 2-for-1. They only got the VS out of that. In fact, no, they got the Dark Willow, but she bought back. Not sure who that was worth it for. It appears due to the gold change, it was more worth it for the Radiant. But the push is now coming in from the side of the Dire, and this could make it well worth it for them.
Yeah, they definitely have to get something out of the really aggressive buybacks they've been making. And, you know, they should be able to secure at least the last outer tower from the Radiant. I think I'm really not sure how to feel about Venge dying. It's really big to lose a gem like that, especially to the Nyx. It's actually going to cause them a lot of issues in map control.
Looks like the top lane will continue being pushed in as well. How do you feel about the AoE Shadow Strike coming out of the Queen of Pain? She didn't go for the 30% lifesteal. Just hold that thought for a second. They are going in, although Pina going maybe a bit too far. Has to be careful about this. Yes, as I was asking, how do you feel about that AoE Shadow Strike over the 30% spell lifesteal?
It's annoying. At this point in the game, though, it really doesn't do too much.
That's what it feels like. Nice Scream of Pain and the actual, the flak cannon, the cooldown. Looks like the Nyx Assassin will end up dropping, and now they will also find Dumb Bulbasaur. The hook will actually not connect onto Kaka. And they're going to get a Rax out of this, so the Dire doing a great job. Mind you, Kaka has that full Divine up and ready to go, so he's going to be very careful about this. He doesn't have a healing ward either. Hook will not connect. Kill, gonna go after King of Pain. Now they're Omni, but he's going way too deep for this. Will he be able to find Pina? Yes, he will. And now King will be the next target. So Kaka, oh, the Blade Mail! He does have an Aegis, though. He will survive. Oh, my John, I don't know if that gave you a heart attack, but it gave me a mini heart attack.
You know, if that happens like a couple more times, this game will be on the hands of the Jug.
Considering Kaka's been the one to be, you know, constantly at the top of the net worth and carrying his team almost, it's going to be a shame if he does give it away. BS gets caught out and King of Pain says hello. BS returns the favor, but she's dead, so I don't know how she's talking.
You know, maybe I know it's so he has his divine. What's Kako gonna go for next? Travels. His buyback's 1 minute off. Why not just wait for that?
John, I can't help but feel you sound a bit upset.
It just worries me every time I see a divine. Yeah, it worries me every time I see a divine. It's not something. I mean, I enjoy seeing it in pro games, and it usually comes out when you're already winning or when you're really having to go all in to try to win. But in this case, it doesn't feel like either scenario. The dark side's ahead enough that they feel very secure. At the same time, it's not a guaranteed win just yet, especially if they give kills like this away.
Well, King of Pain having a great old time starting the trash talk again, John. You know, I'm personally a big fan of the psychological warfare. So I don't know whether I'm to be offended or entertained by this Pudge, but he's been doing a fantastic job. He has actually gone for the level 25 plus 3 second dismember duration talent over the 2 flesh heap stack strength. I don't know about that one.
No, I absolutely think that's fine. But he needs a BKB. If he's going to do that, it doesn't make sense to get the dismember duration without a BKB because you're just going to be interrupted. He needs a BKB. He's going for the Aether Lens first. I don't think he needs that.
Oh, you mean
I don't think he cares.
You mean the Aeon disc,
I don't think he should care. Yeah, Aeon disc. I don't think he needs to care about that.
Well,
he needs a BKB.
Bot lane, he's going to try and defend on his own. Kaka, he's going to go deep for this. He's actually been used up right now. Now the Terrorize comes in as well, but it hits nobody. And the Omni Slash is going to hit nobody as well. Kaka, what's he doing? King of Pain, he will go in. Oh, the Sonic Wave. He eats the cheese, though. He'll survive through this for the time being. They'll get done Bulbasaur. Oh, my. Kaka. Oh, he does get away. And King of Pain, you can tell he's upset about that. Looks like Kim continues the chase. He wants to find more for this. They will be able to find the Vengeful Spirit at least. There's the stun as well, and she's going down. 3 down for the side of the Dire, John. Again, I'm having mini strokes watching these team fights. King of Pain continues the trash talk, John, and I'm starting to enjoy it myself. How are you feeling about these team fights? I know you're not happy about what's going on. I know you're also, you know, on the edge, wondering if something bad's going to happen to this Divine Rapier. Lina gets caught out. She used the BKB. Nice swap from buyback. Saves the Lina for the time being, but that damn dismember lasting so long. Marga might end up dropping for this. Pina goes into the middle of all this to try and back them off a bit. And again, Kaka has to be so careful not to let that hook or dismember connect. They will stun up the Pudge. Now Kim goes in. They still want kill. Where's that hook? Not there yet. Throwing blind hooks out onto the high ground, which I believe is the right decision. And they will back off after that last tier 2 tower on the map. And John, my heart's beating very, very fast right now.
Yeah, I mean, this game's just... It's kind of painful to watch, honestly. And for me, it's kind of painful to watch. You have this Pudge who has been doing a good job, but then he's also acting like the biggest, you know, the biggest LeCunt in this game. And it's just, I don't know, Mike. I don't enjoy this kind of behavior. It's the kind of behavior that sets me off. Although, I don't know. He's been doing work, I guess, sure. You can talk this way. In fact, can I mute him here? I can actually mute him for my own sanity.
Oh, come on, John.
No, it's just in case I run into him in a pub, he's pre-mute.
Oh, my.
You know what I'm surprised by, Mike? I'm surprised Kaka hasn't died with the Divine. This is the point where you kind of start seeing the core give away to Divine. That hasn't happened yet, so props to Kaka.
Props to him indeed. LeCunt is going to find Bulbasaur on the backlines. Will throw out the stun. They will get this team fight started, but the Dark Willow getting very low right now. Commits the Bedlam as well, but won't connect anyone with it. King, who's he going for? It looks like absolutely nobody. He will end up going down. Now the Omni, but it's only onto Illusions. Oh no, Kaka! What are you doing? They're going to continue the chase. Kill going after Marga, but that Aeon Disc keeps him alive for the moment. And Sonic Wave gets the Dark Willow. Very nice play from him. Meanwhile, Marga still being chased down by Kill. This might be a bit of an overextension from Kill. They probably should just go for Arax instead. But he will return to the base. LeCunt. Oh, stun. Swap goes in. Nice stun coming out from LeCunt though onto 3. Now this could be it. Pina throwing at the flat cannons. One's gone. That's the VS. Laguna Blade though will make him back off. And LeCunt with the plays. They will continue the Yules. Now the call down as well. It looks like this Bulbasaur is going to be going down and is going to be looking pretty dumb. He is gone. Kaka will rotate down to the bot lane to try maybe make a bit of a split push, but he has no time for it. Maybe overestimating how long his Timbersaw would actually survive through all that. And Johnny, if I may, for Kaka right now, what do you reckon his next item should be?
Hard to say. I mean, because he just went in all in on that Divine. It's you can't really go beyond that, but there is still a lot of options. Some Basher Abyssal's there, the Butterfly's there, the Mjolnir's there. I'm not sure if he needs that though. The Satanic is there, or some sort of lifesteal is there. I think that's a decent option, lifesteal, but I'm not sure how helpful it will be.
It looks like they almost find the Dark Willow at the top, but they will let him go. John, I ask you, what's better than one Divine?
2 Divines, I'm sure, Mike. That's what you're trying to build up to. I don't think that's Kaka's lacking damage. If you watch the team fights, his issue is he doesn't have control because he doesn't have a diffusal. He can't purge someone and keep him there. They just run away from him. And if he had like a diffusal, if he had a Basher or an Abyssal, he could hold him down much longer and do much more against them. I think it's almost reaching the point where he might consider selling the Battle Fury. I'm not sure about that though, because cleave damage with the Divine is just too good to give up.
We do see a hook come out. King of Panic. He understands. I've got to say, John, this man understands the psychological game quite well. He's actually.
You think, Mike? You think he's thinking that far? I think he's just a regular Southeast Asian player.
Well, he's throwing out hooks and then claiming they're panicking, which they are, to be fair. I feel like that may affect their future reflexes. I don't know. Kaka's been playing a pretty damn good game. He's 14-4 right now. But at the same time, sometimes you've got to do anything you can to get that edge. And so whether you like it or not, John, King of Pain, he's doing what he needs to do for his team.
I've just done what I needed to do for my own sanity as well. So we're all good, you know.
Swap in VS, maybe a bit of an overextension here, although Terrorize will come out. It will force them to back off just a bit. Now they'll go in. Omni goes in, but it's not doing much damage. And now he's stuck in the middle of all of it. There's the hook as well. Kaka's overextended. Can they save him in time? No, they can't. The Sonic Wave will take him down. Now Bulbasaur, he'll go down as well. And the Divine was on the deck. Who's picked it up? But King of Pain. He'll find the hook and save his teammate, John. And now Kaka, he's going to back off. The GG's been called, but we have a right-clicking punch now. And Kaka's going to make a run for it. Pina's making the chase with the double damage rune. Kaka brought back for all this, but it looks like he might die back. The rocket is following. And Kaka, he dies back. Kill. He comes in to try and help out as well as Bulbasaur. They might get Pina for this, but they've lost the Divine Rapier. Now King, he might actually give it back. What the hell's he doing? He's going to go. The stun is there. Blade Mail is committed. Bulbasaur, he can remove a lot of the stats off this Pudge, but he is still very tanky. This is a massive overextension though from the trash-talking player. Can they take him out? This is the only chance they have to do it. King of Pain, he's still so tanky. Kill. He might actually drop to the hook if he's not careful. Shadow Blade. He will dodge the hook for the moment. Now the Blade Mail. Oh, he'll get taken down. The Pudge is doing so much work. They still haven't got him. Now he actually kills the creep so they can't TP to him either. In fact, no, that was Bulbasaur. My apologies. But he's still making a run for it. He's still healing up through all this. And Bulbasaur has no mana left. He might actually get taken out of these right clicks. The Shadow Blade comes out. In fact, the Shadow Strike comes out. And now with the Sonic Wave, he goes down as well. It's a full team wipe, John, and we've got a right-clicking Pudge. Come on, John.
Ah,
Show some respect to the damn player, John.
just he dropped your divine. He dropped your divine. This is gonna happen. Why'd you go for that item? Why'd you go for that item?
I don't
Mommy,
know,
why
John.
did Daddy leave?
I don't know,
Did Dad
John.
leave, Mom? You know, it's that kind of feeling. You're just. It wasn't supposed to be this way.
It wasn't, but it is.
It
King of
wasn't
Pain.
supposed to be this way.
King of Pain. Sometimes...
See, when this kind of shit happens, Mike, and this kind of player is the kind of player you lose against. Man, you just, there's no God, Mike.
Well, hold on a minute, John, because there may be VS swapping in. LeCun is actually in the front lines trying to help out his teammates. Actually, King might drop here. He's getting very low. They take down Maga at the least. Now they want the Nyx Assassin. He's not the most important target. But at the very least, if they can find this, and they will, they delay their base being taken down just a bit longer. Now, John, mind you, the bad guys haven't won yet. The Pudge is not a great Divine Rapier carrier. In fact, he's probably one of the worst. Let's be fair.
Honestly, it's actually pretty alright in the Pudge. I mean, you're not gonna buy it yourself, but Pudge can hold it. Like, that's the thing, right? He doesn't right-click fast, but he can hold it for a long enough time that he can stand in front and not really care. I mean, he has been doing that, and, there goes the BKB. So, now he's gonna be able to dismember the full duration, which is a really long time. And you can't do anything about it. They have nothing that goes through spell immunity, so he's just gonna be absolutely fine chomping on someone for a full 6 seconds.
I mean, that Dismember actually hurts as well, because it counts that strength multiplier of 0.6. So 120 damage per second, plus the 0.6 multiplier. I'm not going to do the math for you, John. He's got a lot of strength, though. In fact, he's almost got 200 strength. So it's a fair bit of damage. I believe it's over double the normal damage. They do get the Aegis on the side of the dial. That is a Refresher Orb, Cheese, and Aegis, mind you. And the Refresher Orb will be sitting on Karka on the jug, so he will have a double Omni Slash. We are 55 minutes in now. The game, I mean, it would make sense for him to go for another Divine at this point, I guess. I'm not sure if the Ive Skite is going to help that much, but perhaps it will in keeping him, giving him those raw stats, keeping him alive a bit longer. I'm not sure. They're still ahead on Raxes, though. Well, in fact, no, they're not. They're ahead on tier 3 towers. So they are going to make the push down. Who wins this team fight, though? The Dire or the Radiant?
At this point in the game, hard to say. I'd say Radiant. Actually, if they get their fight right, it's definitely on Radiant. And take a look at the Gyrocopter's synchronization. Like, he has the Manta, he's had the BKB, he has Butterfly, an Ags, and Monkey King Bar. He hits hard and he hits fast.
Yeah.
And compared to the Jug, who once he lost his Divine, he's so far behind without the Divine.
Oh, yes, he is. He's middle of the net worth now. Swap goes in onto the Nyx Assassin, but he's in that damn Aghanim Scepter form. He's perfectly fine throughout all of this. He's healing all through it, but LeCun will end up dropping finally. And, well, now the Rax is under attack, so it's a 5v4. Omni again, though, John. It misses. Karka, oh, he gets hooked in as well. The BKB and Linken's blocks the Dismember, but look at the damage King's doing to him. Now the Sonic Wave again coming up from the Queen of Pain. They're going to get Bulbasaur as well. He goes down, and the bad guys are winning this one. King of Pain makes the chase. They want this Dark Willow, and it looks like they'll be able to find her as well. And my goodness, Rigo down for the side of the Dire. Karka goes straight back to the base and starts defending. Oh, that is not nice. We can't censor that word right now, John. I don't know if you saw it. But King has taken it a bit further than it has to go.
Well, he's pushing his limits, I suppose. Nice little pick off for kill. His Bloodstone charges, Mike, you mentioned this before. He was at 9 a while ago. It's been, what, maybe 20 minutes since then?
Oh, no.
He's at 10 now.
Well, he is at 10 for the moment, John. But, your favorite player just took him out and brought it down to 6. Oh my. I mean, he's sitting at almost 5k HP. For the record, if King is watching, we do not condone that kind of language when you're playing games. It is not nice, so please don't use those words again. We're gonna ignore that language was used. Did you see what he used, John?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna say, we're gonna ignore that, but just don't use it again, Mr. King. That wasn't nice.
Well, he is the king of pain. I guess he just enjoys getting bludgeoned every now and again, which is fair enough. Some people do enjoy good bludgeoning. I'm not one to really enjoy that sort of activity. I really don't enjoy having a blunt object in my face. But if some people enjoy that, hey, more power to you. That's very odd, but if that's what gives you pleasure, then so be it. He is going for an Abyssal now. I'm not sure about this one. So many other control items that are better on Pudge. You have the Hex, and you have the Hex, and you have the Hex, which he has shifted out to, so... Yeah, I guess that's fine then. He's going for the Hex. What do you place in your inventory, though, for the Hex? At this point, I'd say you could probably replace the Blade Mail, because it doesn't look like they're doing much damage anyway, so... it's kind of a wasted slot. You might as well just go for the Hex.
Well,
or that, or the Pipe.
It's got a 17-second cooldown anyway, so you use it and then you just throw it in the backpack. It's probably worthwhile doing that. But maybe the Hex you want to initiate with. So yeah, it is a bit confusing. I guess we'll see what he does. But I agree, like the Blade Mail is becoming pretty useless, in comparison to the other items he has. I'm so curious to see how this next team fight turns out, though.
Did I... Okay, so Gyro has a Satanic, which is great. But he sold his Aghanims.
Oh, you disagree with this highly, don't you? Because the Satanic would actually assist with that lifesteal.
Yeah. I mean, when you have the Ags, the key thing is that even when you're stunned up, you still get off that free auto attack. So if you just walk into the middle of a team fight, pop open your Satanic, and then just stand there, you're probably not gonna die because you're still lifestealing.
Oh, Omni comes out, but he's onto the Lotus Orb, onto the Pudge, John. Does he have the Refresher Orb? I think he just might. In fact, he may not. He's actually... Yeah, no, he does. He's using it again. King of Pain in massive trouble. He's getting so low. He wants a Divine back on Karka, but he can't find the last hit. They do at least take down Kim on that Queen of Pain. Now the Laguna Blade as well killed. Trying to focus on the racks just a bit. Kim, though, got to be careful not to die again. Buyback is not available on him. Nice hook comes out. Karka. Lincoln's blocks it though, but the Bloodthorn dealing so much damage to the Healing Ward, keeping him alive. They'll take down Marga. He has to buy back for this. Now LeCunt, Aeon Disc will save him for the time being. He will burrow underground as well. Cooldown has been committed. Where's the damage though coming from the Radiant? They'll get the racks on the bot lane at least. Now done Bulbasaur, he's in trouble, but he's pretty tanky. Nice double stun coming out from the Nyx Assassin. Hook shot as well from King. Can they take down the Timbersaw? It looks like they probably will be able to. Meanwhile, LeCunt moving a bit too forward by himself. He might get taken down here. Spike Carapace keeping him alive. Now the Burrow as well. He's keeping the vision. Nice stun comes out onto both of them, John. That is a fantastic stun. And this Lina, he'll back off. The Yules is there. LeCunt again. He'll deny himself. They're calling GG well played. The trash talk begins. Karka, he does not want to let this go. And well, can he defend or push the lanes out enough or do something to sustain this game? I don't know, John.
I'm not quite sure. It's going to be him and the Venge defending alone for a fair bit. It's going to be hard. It's definitely going to be hard. I'm looking at the Venge right now. I'm really not sure how to feel about the talent choices. I feel like you'd probably want to go for Vengeance aura damage when you have something like a Jug. Even the Lina benefits greatly from that. I feel like it would really help out Kaka. Like, really help out the lack of damage he has right now.
Well, it looks like they are in the enemy base right now. Karka, he has a double damage rune, but it's about to wear out. Omni Slash is up. That's one of the problems with the Magic Missile. It will, go against you with the Lotus Orb. They are going straight for the tier 4 towers. The problem is the side of the die don't want to buy back. They're so close to respawning right now. King, he'll jump in with the Omni. He has to do something. Kaka, the Aeon Disc, though, is triggered onto the Leshrac. Now on the Queen of Pain as well. Kaka, can he take down the Pudge? No, he cannot. LeCunt in the backlines being really, really annoying. Call down as well. The Flak Cannon, so much damage coming out. They have to buy back now. Lina coming back in, kill. He's going to have to force them back just a bit. He has the Bloodthorn up as well, mind you. Now the Chakrams. What can this Bulbasaur do? Not much so far. Kim, got to be careful not to drop as well. They have an Ancient exposed, but they cannot get it quite yet. Roshan is up, by the way, John. That is very good news for the side of the die, considering that they actually have the advantage here to go take it.
Yeah, and they definitely should, but it looks like they're just smoking down mid for whatever reason.
This could be the play. Maybe the side of the Radiant could be unsuspecting here, but that kind of gives it away, being that that creep wave was just mowed down by the Lina, who was in the smoke. The Roshan is being checked. The illusion of the gyro, though, will kind of spot this out as well. So if they lose this Roshan, I mean, this could be GG well played, but without that Nyx Assassin to give them that vision with the Vendetta, it doesn't look like they're going to go in and try and defend this. So Aegis, Refresher Shard, and Cheese given to the way of the Dire.
I'm rather curious at the choice here. And there goes another Divine, by the way, Mike, on Kaka.
I can't blame him for that choice.
I'm really curious. They give the Aegis to Juggernaut, which I guess makes sense because he bought the Divine, but wouldn't it be better or safer to give it to the Lina, who just bought back?
Oh, we'll hold that thought. They just hooked in. King of Pain in massive trouble. There's the Terrorize as well. They're going to be able to take him down. The Divine is on the deck, John. I repeat, the Divine is on the deck. Kaka, he wants to pick it up. He hasn't done so quite yet. Now the swap to save Kaka for the moment. He still has the Aegis. Now the Refresher Side is also available. He commits the Omni, though. Where's it gone? He is going to give that Aegis away. They've got to help him out. They can't give away the secondary Divine. It's going to be too painful to watch. Bulbasaur's got one of them, mind you. Now the Pudge, he's going to find the kill onto the Dark Willow. The Omni goes in, but these Aeon Discs saving everyone on the Radiant. In fact, no, maybe not. Kaka, he's going to go down. What the hell is he doing there, John? He has the Healing Ward, but it's not going to be enough. He's gone. John, what happened? Oh my goodness.
Who got first Divine?
Bulbasaur.
It's on.
I know, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, well, there goes that game.
And then the Gyro has the second one. It's that's the best one to give it to me. I mean, even better than the Pudge.
Yeah, Pina. I mean, Pina's caught up. He's got buyback. He's had some fantastic farm. He's been doing all the right things. Looks like they will go through the mid lane. King will get started. Call down as well coming in. Dumb is in massive problems. He doesn't want to give this Divine away, but he's copping too much damage. They'll take down the Lina. She has no buyback. And well, with that, I think this might be GG well played. Will they just go for the Ancient? I think so, John. Pina says screw this game, and it's all over. The anti-heroes or the villains win this game, John. And I know it hurts because you wanted to see the Dire win that one.
No, I didn't really. I mean, it's not a matter of wanting one side to win or another. It's just he got a Divine Rapier when he didn't need to.
Yeah, he was so far
when he lost that, he just had nothing. Like his ultimate didn't do anything. His right clicks were. It's like a tickle from your uncle you get when you're 8 years old. You know, it didn't do much. It just made your uncle laugh. Doesn't do anything for you. You know, so. It's just a really painful thing to see when you see a lead like that just swing so far away from you because you bought the Divine Rapier.
Well, John, I'll tell you what. We're going to take a 10-minute break. Probably a bit longer than 10. Maybe a 30-minute break because I want to eat something quickly. Obviously, we've got to let you rejuvenate the sanity that you've lost during that replay. Maybe we'll have a game of Rainbow Six or something to forget about what just happened to you. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in about 30 minutes to cast the next replay of the day. But for the time being, it's been MLP Dota, been John X Fire. See you guys soon.